A new game unfolds in Central Asia as Trump courts Uzbekistan with billions in trade and mineral deals. Washington moves to counter Moscow and Beijing's dominance through economic diplomacy, turning the C5+1 into a strategic power platform. Rare earths, aircraft, energy, and influence are all now part of the great Eurasian contest. US President Donald Trump has announced a $35 billion investment and procurement package with Uzbekistan over the next 3 years, following a summit with Central Asian leaders at the White House. The deal, unveiled as part of Washington's renewed outreach to the region, targets key sectors including critical minerals, aviation, and energy. Trump shared the headline figures on his social platform, thanking Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev and projecting that the partnership could exceed $100 billion over the next decade. In a post on Truth Social on Friday, Trump wrote,
"I am thrilled to announce an incredible trade and economic deal between the United States and Uzbekistan. Over the next 3 years, Uzbekistan will be purchasing and investing almost $35 billion and, in the next 10 years, over $100 billion in key American sectors, including critical minerals, aviation, automotive parts, infrastructure, agriculture, energy and chemicals, information technology, and others. I want to thank Uzbekistan's highly respected president, Shavkat Mirziyoyev. We look forward to a long and productive relationship between our countries."
Trump's post came shortly after he hosted leaders from Central Asian nations, including Uzbekistan, at the White House, where he highlighted critical minerals as a key priority for his administration.
Just completed a series of outstanding bilateral meetings with these leaders in the Oval Office to discuss our ties with this very important part of the universe. We're strengthening our economic partnerships, improving our security cooperation, and expanding our overall bonds. A tremendous amounts of trade was done just in the last little while. Lots of great products, military products and otherwise, are being bought from the United States.
The talks centered on strengthening US access to strategic resources such as uranium, copper, and rare earth elements, as Washington seeks to reduce its reliance on China and Russia for essential supply chains. Uzbekistan's president, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, called the meeting the beginning of a new era of US Central Asia relations and proposed establishing a permanent regional secretariat.
Esteemed Mr. Trump, we highly value your personal contribution to reboot the process of C5+1. Before that, none of the presidents of the United States of America never treated Central Asia as you do. Me personally and all my colleagues are grateful to you. We felt your close attention, your attitude.
As the White House presents the C5+1 as a cooperative regional forum, its timing and tone point to a broader geopolitical objective, countering Russian and Chinese dominance in Central Asia. According to the US Department of State, the talks focus on deepening cooperation in energy independence, fair trade, and counter-terrorism capacity building. The White House issued an official statement.
The meeting marked an expansion of the C5+1 partnership. The platform aims to advance regional solutions to global challenges through fair and reciprocal economic partnerships, increased energy security, and promoting peace through strength.
The C5+1 grouping, established in 2015, brings together the 5 post-Soviet republics in Washington to discuss shared security and trade priorities. In his second term, Trump has aggressively expanded economic outreach in Central Asia. Within just 6 months of 2025, the US signed $12.04 billion worth of trade deals across the region, signaling a sharp uptick in American commercial diplomacy aimed at securing industrial and strategic leverage. In September 2025, Trump celebrated an $8 billion agreement between Uzbekistan Airways and Boeing, calling it a great deal on his social media platform, Truth Social. The contract, signed by Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev, includes the purchase of 22 Dreamliner aircraft and is expected to create over 35,000 jobs in the United States. At the heart of Trump's renewed focus on Central Asia is one crucial resource: rare earth minerals. The metals essential for the manufacture of smartphones, electric vehicles, precision missiles, and AI technologies.
One of the key items on our agenda is critical minerals. In recent weeks, my administration has strengthened American economic security by forging agreements with allies and friends across the world to broaden our critical mineral supply chains. We had a great relationship and a great meeting with President Xi of China.
Central Asia, particularly Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, is home to vast untapped reserves of these materials. In April 2025, Kazakhstan's Ministry of Industry and Construction announced the discovery of 20 million tons of rare earth metals in Karaganda, central Kazakhstan, nearly half the estimated reserves of China, which dominates 90% of the world's rare earth processing. For Washington, this development couldn't be more timely. The global rare earth market has become a flashpoint in the US-China trade war, with Beijing restricting exports of 12 of the 17 rare earth metals on the periodic table. As Sherbek Juraev, president of the Crossroads Central Asia Institute, told Al Jazeera,
The region is rich with mineral resources of various forms, particularly Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, the two biggest economies of the region. So I expect certain talks on this subject. That will be the one big topic.
Russia has long viewed the region as its traditional sphere of influence, maintaining deep defense, energy, and cultural ties since the Soviet collapse. Uzbekistan's relationship with Russia has remained pragmatically close and cooperative, but with signs of diversification and cautious balancing in 2025. Russia aims to increase trade turnover with Uzbekistan to $30 billion by 2030, focusing on industrial and innovative sectors, though this ambitious target may be challenging. Apart from that, Uzbekistan and Russia have also signed a military cooperation plan for 2025, along with a strategic partnership program through 2030, including 50 joint military events planned for 2025 and broader long-term initiatives. Joint military exercises like Hamkorlik 2025 were held in mid-2025, highlighting the ongoing security collaboration between the two countries. However, Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine and mounting Western sanctions have weakened Moscow's economic presence, creating a power vacuum that both China and the US are eager to fill. Meanwhile, China, through its Belt and Road Initiative, has invested billions in infrastructure and energy projects across Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Beijing's growing footprint has stirred quiet unease in Washington, which sees the BRI as an attempt to lock Central Asia into China's economic orbit. Trump's outreach through trade and rare earth diplomacy thus represents a calculated counterbalance, a soft containment effort built on commerce rather than confrontation. Sherbek Juraev, president of Crossroads Central Asia, an independent research institute, told Al Jazeera that
both Russia and China have strong stakes in Central Asia. For the US, the challenge is to engage economically and strategically without being seen as destabilizing the balance of power.
Yet, behind the diplomatic phrasing lies a larger contest, one that could redefine the geopolitical balance of the Eurasian heartland. By courting Central Asia, Trump is not only chasing trade opportunities, but also seeking to reassert US influence in a region pivotal to the global resource race and China's westward economic expansion. For the US, Central Asia offers both a strategic buffer against Moscow and a resource corridor independent of Beijing. Two goals that converge neatly with Trump's doctrine of economic nationalism abroad.